put more. Then I'll share the stream. Right, Mo is starting behind Jin. And who was that last person? Or was Mo the last one? BX.
You got 15.
Yep, that is everyone.
Yeah, Quackhouse was the one that joined last, so if you've moved him, then...
Yeah, he has to be starting first for sure. Right, let me just send this. Right, welcome everyone, even though no one's in yet.
Give it a couple minutes and then everyone will start flooding in now you've sent that.
Yeah, so we've got our last race of Season 19, the Race of Champions. This week we're at Lago Maggiore, and we've got everyone who actually qualified in the top 2 spots are actually at the Race of Champions for like the first time probably ever, which is nice. We got BX setting some quick times in the WRX there, but let's go through the grid quickly. Obviously joined by Pyro once again for the Race of Champions.
Yep, it's going to be a fun time. Everyone at the top of the tiers, so these guys are supposed to be the ones that are on form. Let's see how they can take it into tonight.
Yeah, so in the top 2 in tier 5 are going to be lining up in first and second. That's Quackhouse in the Ferrari and Schalke in the Gen X. So the Gen X not getting much use this season, but actually won the tier 5 championship. Then in tier 4, the two Ads actually finished 4th in tier 4, but he was the second highest driver to actually win a race. So that's how he's qualified. He's going to line up 3rd in the Lexus. Lexus really good around here, but maybe will struggle with the high tyre wear. Then we've got Lord Jackson or Danger Mouse in the Peugeot RCZ. And then our 2 tier 4 winners, Jin in the Jag and Mo in the Jag, Mo Gaffer. And then we got Kling Beast also in the Jag, runner-up in tier 2 white, with Deco. Actually, Deco has to be starting behind Captain Eli, so I'm glad I noticed that. Deco was the champion of tier 2 white, Eli was runner-up in tier 2 blue, and Claus completely dominated tier 2 blue, tier 3 blue, sorry, winning in the AMG. Then we have Tin and X90G, who were part of probably the closest tier 2, or maybe even the closest championship in general we've had. They are the 2 that ended up in the top, X90 winning the championship. And then we have 3 people from tier 1. Race Champions always has been won by a tier 1 driver. We've got BX, who's won it plenty of times, Zico, who's won it plenty of times, and H Racing Green, who I think might have won it last season. Or maybe 2 seasons ago. I'm pretty sure he's won it as well. So these are the 3 looking to come through the pack. We've got a standing start, so we know that the Citroen's going to be really quick off the line. It's probably going to get 4 or 5 cars before turn 1.
Yeah, the longer we go in this race, and we make the big deal out of it being won every single time from tier 1, I think the biggest chance of someone from tier 1 not winning it was last season. We had that moment where at Monza No Chicane where it looked like all the tier 1 guys had their early incidents, and it gave the opportunity for tier 2. Today, I don't see anyone but H Racing Green winning this race.
Okay, so that's your pick. I think any of these 3 could win, to be honest. I think it's going to be who gets to the front of the pack quickest.
The only issue is
they all should
that
be really good
rises today is, especially for BX, is the tyre where the WRX shreds through him.
Mm-hmm.
So he is going to struggle. It's also the same kind of issue with the Lexus further up from tier 4. Like, its main positive, the Lexus today, is going to be neutralized by 2 things: the tyre wear and the fact that we also have to use all 3 available compounds in this race. So it's not going to get that advantage that it has been getting all season on the fuel, where it can jump a couple of laps further than anyone else. For example, Bendit, other tier 4 driver, teammates with Ads, funny enough, went the entire race, literally the entire race without a stop in Spa when we did that wet a couple of weeks ago. So
where did he finish?
He finished like 6th in the end because he just got it wrong. He just made the wrong call. He should
Yeah,
have
that
pit.
sounds like a bad call. Not
But
pitting.
it wasn't because of it wasn't because of the actual thing, but like the pitting for fuel or anything. It's just it got too dry and he definitely should have pit. That's the only reason.
Yeah, it did
stayed
dry
wet,
up a
he
lot
would've
at the
won.
end of those races.
Yeah.
Right, let's get going then. So you're going for H Racing Green. I am gonna go for. Ooh, this is tough. Should I go for Claws? Go completely out there and go for the guy who's dominated Tier 3. The AMG's very good round here. So
he is the sleeper pick because Claude only ever knows how to drive said AMG.
yes.
Which means we are very much right in the center. We are at the peak of Claw's cycle right now. He gets down, dropped to Tier 3, gets the AMG, blasts Tier 3 out of the water, and then goes up and therefore for 2 seasons cannot use the same AMG and is screwed. So we were at the peak of that kind of cycle with Claude, so we'll see how long he can keep going in this race.
Oh, Schalke's on the softs, by the way.
Okay.
So watch out for Schalke at the front. Right, the lights are on. Take it away, Pyro.
Right, 3, 4, 5 red lights. It's lights out. Away we go. A race of champions. Alago Maggiore and Quackhouse have got a significantly better start, even though Schalke's on the soft tyre. And we go down towards turn 1, and it's comfortable for Quackhouse in the lead. Lord Jackson going to try and go the long way round on Jin straight away as well, but he's actually Jin trying to get himself involved, doesn't quite get it. Klinger has already forced Eli out because he half spun the car. Terrace up to 7th.
It's a bit chaotic, isn't it?
After start.
Claus is dropping back. My pick's to win. He's already down in the back already. He's gone wide at the corner. It looks like he's still in 11th somehow. But let's go back to the front. We've got Schalke really putting a lot of pressure on Quackhouse.
Yep, and he got to the inside now. He's going to get a better exit, but I think Quackhouse has a better run. Let's see what this is going to go into the second sector. Quackhouse should have this on the inside line. He will. And Schalke now needs to focus on using Quackhouse to build a gap to the rest of the group. Because he's already been caught by a few being caught quite fast by faster drivers behind. Look at H Racing Green, who is already in 9th and is about to overtake the Tier 2 champion potentially here. The Citroen versus the Lambo heading down the long back straight into the banked corner. We've got a couple of cars fighting further forward.
Here he goes.
We'll see if they go anything happens there. Mo going on the inside of Jin. Hits him on the way through but gets past, and H Racing Green also past the Tier 2 champion, and this is what X90G is going to have to deal with for the rest of next season. He gets auto promoted to Tier 1, and well, he's going to get very, very much first-hand experience of what it's like to go up against the reigning champion.
Yeah, 3 wide for P3 between Danger Mouse and Mo and Klingbeast. It looks like Mo's actually got himself up into 3rd, so that's a great start for Mo. I think he was about 6th or 7th on the grid. So he's made a few places. He's also on the softs though, so he'll be coming in pretty early on. Danger Mouse on the medium, still in 4th, not too bad. And Klingbeast making some really good progress on the hards there. There's H Racing Green already up into 6th.
Yeah, I said it earlier. I still don't see a single way there's hope in hell on someone stopping him here without quite literally taking him out.
Yeah, X90G trying to go the long way around Captain Eli. I don't think he's going to
a little bit of contact,
get there.
A little bit of contact that stopped him straight in his tracks there. I think Eli just snapped his car on the way out, so it kind of hampered any movement for X90G, and H Racing Green has got past Klinger now as well and is up in a 5th.
Yeah, up in a 5th, but Klingbeast might try and get him into this braking zone as we got a change for the lead by the looks of it. Schalke's going for the move on Quackhouse and actually bumps it wide. Quackhouse loses the position to Mo, and Mo's going to try and get through on Schalke as well, but Schalke just keeps that position. So the top 2 both on soft tyres, then there's Quackhouse on the mediums. Muscled out a little bit, doesn't lose too much time, but he's got Danger Mouse and H Racing Green not too far behind. So let's watch this because I think he's just going to get a great run through the S's and get an overtake or 2 done, and Mo might take the lead as well. He's already lining him up.
Yeah, and this is look at the line through the S's there that H Racing Green actually took. If you're in the slower tier, you're not going to be.
Oh, he's going around the outside.
Look at that for Mo as well up front.
Yeah, Mo takes the lead, and H Racing Green gets the position as well. So that's really good for Mo. Mo basically has 2 Tier 5 drivers between himself and H Racing Green. He needs to create quite a big gap at this point because He is in the lead. He has to believe in himself for winning this race, but looks like Schalke's going to actually go for a move there, and Mo has to take a wide blind through the corner, but still keeps the lead for now. H Racing Green not able to get past Quackhouse just yet either.
No, just happening right now for that Ferrari in third, holding off the Citroen, and just got a massive start, and it has, well, we said it earlier on, it's about who can get to the front the quickest. And that question was answered inside 2 laps.
Now look at this, two cars challenging, one for the lead, has to back out of it. H Racing Green only took 2 positions that previous lap, and now he's got 1 position at the start of the 3rd lap up into 3rd place, and now we'll be chasing down Schalke and Mo, who are both at least going to be on the softs, so have a bit more to fight with at this stage for a lap or 2 more.
Yeah, because we have a little bit more information of that the softs are going to last maybe 5 or 6 laps at most. So we expect that Mo and Schalke will start to drop off sooner rather than later. X90G trying to go the long way around on Klinger, and hasn't managed to do so at the bottom of the hill yet. Anyway, H Racing Green passed both the tier 5 drivers. Now it's up in a second. Yeah,
he made short work of that actually. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. But not a surprise, anyway, with the pace advantage that he's got. X90G getting a move done very nicely on Klingbeast. So Klingbeast dropping back now, as well as Danger Mouse, who's coming under all sorts of pressure from BX Royal, who we haven't seen at all in the race. It's BX 8th, Tin 9th, and Zico 10th, as X90G is going defensive on Klingbeast. So maybe getting the S's a bit wrong there. And a really late braking there for BX to get that position pretty easily on his hard tyres.
I was about to say, it looked like Jackson was trying to defend from BX there, but really had nothing left.
Yeah, braked way too early.
So the interesting scenario now between BX and H Racing Green, which is where we think most of the race is going to be anyway. Not a great start for Relay whatsoever.
And you got all these guys very close together, but broken away from the pack ahead. So these guys must have had some sort of issue. But anyway, sorry, you were saying.
But yeah, BX has started on the hard tyres in this in his Subaru, and we know H Racing Green is on the medium tyres in the Citroen out, well, about to take the lead for the race.
Yep, he is on the mediums.
He's a few seconds back, so we'll see how that plays an effect later on, because as we said in the build-up, everyone has to use three different sets of tyres: 1 soft, 1 medium, 1 hard. They can elect to choose to take another set if they so wished. Albeit, if you're only getting 5 laps on the softs, not entirely sure how sensible that would be. Schalke's having a bit of a mare there through the corner, and it's allowed for Quackhouse to get a run down the inside, down the hill. He's got an opportunity if he wants it. Can he get it? It looks like they both have gone dangerously wide for no reason there.
That was a tier 5 overtake.
Just a wild... He moved out as well when he just could have kept the inside line and just...
Oh, look at that overtake on the outside for X90G. Is going to come the inside. And I wonder if he's going to be able to get a little run on Quackhouse, not with that little bit of contact there. But BX is just going to get past both of them because he just took the line much more smoothly. And is just off and away, and he's going to be chasing down Quackhouse now. How is H Racing Green doing? He's catching up to Mo. The gap is definitely about half a second now, so he will start getting held up a little bit by Mo Gaffer. And if BX can get past Quackhouse, the gap is currently 4 seconds, and that could start getting whittled down a little bit. Zico's still stuck in 8th though.
Yeah, Zico's not really made his way through so far. H Racing Green might go for it now. He's actually going to sit back. They looked inviting there for some of the moves that he's been doing so far today. You can tell he's looking, well, he's trying to buy a little bit of time. See if we can get it. Now there we go. It might have opened up. No, it backed off. Backed off. It did open up for him.
A little bit wide around the corner there for Mo Gaffer, so I thought H Racing Green does have a little bit of a run on him with a better exit, but it's probably still not enough to get the move done into turn 1. Oh no, he's gone for it!
It might be! He's gone for it!
I think he just braked way too late, or he didn't expect Mo to brake as early as he did, or something, but they both made it. But that is good for BX, who is now into 3rd place. He did get past Quackhouse, looks like it was into the entry of turn 1, and X90G is trying to follow him through, so the gap's 4.4. And Zico's up in a 6th now as well. Yes, that's a good lap there for Zico, making a couple of places a quick succession. And Tin's still in with this group as well on the hards, so not too far away from the well, at least from 3rd place for now is Tin. But BX at the head of this. Quacko's trying to go back on BX, but has to brake a lot earlier than him for this corner, which allows BX to take it and is going to potentially drive away whilst he gets a bit of overtake from X90G. I think we've missed an overtake for the lead there.
We have, there we go, Age Racing Green has the advantage on the inside there, just as you would expect. It was
around the outside.
Around the outside of the following corner.
That's a great overtake.
Fully done. They had a little bit of an advantage out the prior corner, so.
Oh look, they're still side by side.
Still going.
Mo's having to go back at him, but couldn't get anything done there. Gap now down to 3.4 seconds. But yeah, the tyres, he's going to have to probably come in at the end of this lap. I don't think they're getting another lap out of that. And it looks like Schalke's completely dropped back now. Has he already pit? Actually, he's already come in for the mediums.
Yeah.
So maybe a potential bit of an undercut here for Schalke on some of the other drivers to keep his position there. But they will be coming in for a much longer time. Maybe lap 10 for the mediums, maybe longer, looking at how much life H Racing Green has on his though.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting because you can see that the softs are not a good tyre, realistically. At this point.
Oh, Mo's in off his softs like we thought. Okay.
Yeah. In this race, they don't look like they're going to be a good tyre whatsoever. They're only getting 5 or 6 laps out of them at max, and you're going to struggle to make them worthwhile. Oh, Zico!
Dear. Oh, X9G's there as well.
Zico was a bit overzealous there. And he's actually laid himself up for a move here from the Tier 2 champion. And he looked like the Tier 2 champion might get one over on Zico, a 2-time Tier 1 champion, up until he made the absolute botched wide exit of that corner there and forgot that an apex somewhere in the vicinity of that.
It's not over yet though. Lambo versus Lambo with Klingbeast and the Jag right behind.
Yeah, Klingbeast had just followed through the hole that Zico's about to create.
They couldn't quite do it. Yeah, it is a bit snappy on the exits, the Jag. That is one of its downsides. And it just cost him a little bit of momentum there. Quacko's still just racing around happily in 3rd, which is great to see. Oh, is that a penalty for Zico? That was really wide.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, Klinger had the opportunity for a hole there. It definitely opened up when Zico went through. He just couldn't keep the car straight. And now X90G looking to try and get another one. Oh, and Zico screwed it!
Yeah, he's lost it. He's lost the position to X90G, and he might lose the position to Klingbeast now as well. Oh no, he should be safe.
That was a bit wild there from Zico. He just about avoided Quackhouse in the process. Klinger defending from Tin, but he's given it up. He stopped the move on the inside. Tin, oh, you might have maybe you just watched off.
Whoops.
As Tin almost hit the side of Klinger there.
They both made it. Zico challenging Quackhouse now. X90G just did a great overtake there on Quackhouse, which is why I jumped up. Quackhouse got a little bit wide around the final corner like we've seen in previous laps. And Zico surely is going to get him into the braking zone here.
Yeah, you would think.
No.
The inside doesn't go for it. You're right, doesn't go for it. He might
Don't go for that, don't go for that.
Opened up.
That's not a good, yeah, that was a little bit too risky, but he managed to just about back out of that one.
You can tell that hole was incredibly inviting though. That was,
definitely.
If you see that, I think Quackhouse needs to figure out how to get a tighter line into 2, because that was just inviting an error. That's what that was. I don't really think that wide line's going to suit him too much more, especially when he's driving against the likes of Zico for certain at the moment.
Yeah, but Zico's still stuck behind him. This is lap 7, and Zico still hasn't got past a Tier 5 driver, which is not something that you see quite often in the Race of Champions. Oh no, it's not over yet. Oh, that's a bit of a dodgy one for Zico. He's going to come under pressure surely from Klingbeast, but Quackhouse is off the road now. It's all going wrong. Klingbeast is just getting 2 positions. Oh, he's waiting. Oh no! Don't wait.
Why is he waiting?
But Zico's all the way down in 8th. Let's watch again from Zico's point of view. See what actually happened here.
It certainly wasn't Zico's fault. It was Quackhouse got that at all certain degrees of wrong.
Are they? I don't know.
Yeah,
but they're both going a lot slower than they should be. It seems like both of them lifted. And that has let everyone pass them both. So Zico's race is completely in tatters at this point.
Well, yeah, it's...
And everyone else, Tin and Klingbeast, have both gained 2 positions here, and they're kind of released to kind of do their own strategy now.
Yeah, and they can go after X90G as well in the same boat there.
Yeah, they both waited for each other.
Here goes Zico on the inside. Zico on the inside of Jackson. Is there a pit stop? No, there isn't a pit stop.
Early pit for hard
actually for off the hards.
Oh god, here we go. This is so tight. They all managed to avoid each other. Zico's like off the track completely. And Claus has caught up to these guys as well. So Claus was in this group with Jin, and he's managed to leave them and catch up to this group now. So he's recovering my race winner after what happened to him in the first lap.
Zico's trying to find creative lines, and I don't think he should be. He should just be brute forcing his way through this.
Let's see if Claus can get him.
Because there's lines here. Turn 2. If you can get yourself enough alongside there, you can see that Quackhouse is going to turn over your nose. It won't even be your fault. Quackhouse needs to fix his line through turn 2 for certain. He's going to go...
Oh, here we go. A bit of an early turn in for Zico has let Claus through.
Yeah, more contact between Zico and the lower tiers. It's just Zico wanting to do certain things, and it's not happening because he's not quite in the rhythm on this one.
Look at this.
The inside of Jackson.
Difference in speed is just silly. Oh, don't go in front of him just before the braking zone. That was very silly, Claus, but he managed to get away with that one.
There you go. If it works, it works. Pretty much. So that's what it'll be telling you at the end of this one. Narrowly avoiding death there.
Zico tier 6 confirmed 5. We've got in the chat.
No, he's definitely not going to be anything.
So Quackhouse still in 4th. Let's see where everyone who's pit have come out. So Eli's the last of the drivers that haven't pit. You got Mo, who's... I'm pretty sure he's pit, hasn't he? Yeah, he has. Yeah. He was in the lead. Yeah. So he is still ahead of X90G, who's on the softs now. Ads, who I don't think has pit. He's just on the hards, having a bit of a hard time. Then we got Schalke, who's pit and put on the mediums, down in 14th. And Tin, who's pit for very, very fresh mediums, closing in on him. So let's see what's going on here, because this is kind of the race lead between X90G and Mo Gaffer.
He's going to get him. Oh, he snapped the car!
What a good little bit of acceleration there for Mo. And Mo's got the inside line, but X90G's got a great exit there. He's going to try and have to stick it around the outside. Mo lifts way too much, and X90G gets that position. But X90G's on the softs. And we've got Jin versus Eli here. Oh, a bit of contact between them.
I was about to say, lad, you're driving in a straight line.
Eli completely sends it, still makes the apex really nicely. And blocks off Jin.
That's what that
Something's
was.
happening to Zico again. He's not... He wasn't accelerating, now he is. What's going on? He wasn't going full throttle for a little bit, and then he's lifted off the throttle again there. To let D go through? I don't think there's any reason to let D go through.
I'm extremely confused at what Zico's doing.
He's throwing. He's got Eli now overtaking him.
Well, trying to. Very successfully, may I add.
Yeah, and X90G. Oh, is Zico trying to hold up X90G and Mo Gaffer? By any chance?
But why?
I have no idea, but he is holding them up. X90G's just completely sent it on Captain Eli and got the position. He's not waiting around on his soft tyres. In comes BX Royal. Oh, a little bit wide there for X90G. Not sure if there was contact, but gets away with it anyway.
It's interesting. Now BX is off the tyres, off the hard tyres. So.
Oh, look at this exit.
Look at that. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. X90G up over Zico now. He looks to try and get back again towards the top 5. So BX has gone onto mediums. This is interesting now.
Where is BX? BX is out in 10th now.
Yeah, we might be seeing a few of what you were saying earlier on. I don't know whether that was on stream or before we started, where he's going to the 3-stop, but with 2 medium sets.
Oh yeah, I think X90G is 3-stopping for sure. If you're pitting on lap like 5 or 6 off the hard tyres, I doubt you could make the 2-stop work. We could be wrong.
BX now as well, where BX has just come off his hard tyres on the end of lap 9.
Yeah.
I don't really see...
Unless they can make 12 to 15 laps on the mediums work, and 5 and 6 or 7 on the softs. Maybe some of them can on low fuel.
I'd be surprised.
But yeah, H Racing Green with a 15-second lead. He's got the fastest lap of 57.6. Second place now is Klingbeast again. So he's got 7 seconds on his... on the tier 4 driver Danger Mouse, who is just ahead of Quackhouse still, and Quackhouse coming under pressure from X90G because Quackhouse's tyres are pretty roasted at this point. Maybe he's going to be coming in at the end of the lap. Then you have Deco, who still hasn't pit. Then you got Zico and Eli still having a little scrap between each other.
Yep, they're still going on the inside for Zico here, still trying to hold on against Eli. It's not happening though. The McLaren just getting in front.
And here comes Mo. What is going on? They're getting overtaken like it's absolutely nothing.
And there's BX as well.
Yeah,
there's BX on the inside. Trying to make something work. He's gone very deep there.
He has. Klingbeast in the pits now as well. And here comes Mo on Captain Eli, looking really impatient to get the move done, and loses a bit of traction there. Might lose the position to Zico now as well.
Yeah, Zico's got a far better run. Down toward turn 1, I don't really think there's going to be much in this apart from BX diving to the inside.
Oh my god, 3 wide at turn 1.
And I think Zico's lost out of all of that.
He has.
Mo has somehow won the battle. Is he going to win the war though? I think BX is going to win that. And on the inside of turn 3 is going to be BX's corner.
Yeah, fresh mediums for BX compared to very, very worn mediums now for Captain Eli. I think BX might just absolutely send it at this next corner.
It's interesting though, because right now they are
almost got a half second.
Definitively in traffic. And BX down the inside there. Oh, that did not
He's gone too deep.
Yep, just slid the car and got a bit of that McLaren understeer by going far too deep. Should have kept to a very narrow line here with the McLaren, that way you can get the turn in. But yeah, that allows 3 of them through. Obviously, Mo Gaffer's got a half-second penalty. He's about to serve the wheel drop back behind Zico on the straight here. But yeah, I'd say BX is running through traffic right now. Deco going past Crackhouse. And H Racing Green, albeit the worst tyres right now. Oh, that's a bit dodgy.
And now BX is going to get past Quackhouse as well. Yeah, Quackhouse has stayed out potentially a little bit too long. Look at the tyre where he's just getting overtaken. He's 27 seconds off the lead now, which will put him roundabout.
The leader has only just come in. Look,
yeah, the leader's just come in.
Medium tyres. So it's not too dissimilar in terms of strategy. It's just a pace difference. Here comes BX to the inside of Deco. Brute forcing his way through. And up in a 4th again already. We know H Racing Green in the pits now. So this is going to be
let's see where he comes out.
I was about to say that. It's softs and it's going to be 39% of fuel, so he's going to come out comfortably in the lead. And burn this, he's going to burn that soft tyre while he can and get himself as much clearer to do so, which he's done very successfully. X90 got a half-second penalty to Lord Jackson. Wedge a little bit closer.
Yeah, but he's going to get caught by BX very quickly because Danger Mouse still hasn't come into the pits yet.
I was about to say that it probably will be BX by the time we hit the penalty marker, to be honest with you. We'll see. It might be now, to be honest. To see if he can get a better exit. Switch to the inside. He's picked his spot. And you can just see it from a mile out. That is a move and a half. You can see that where he was going, what he was lining up for, and executed it perfectly there.
Yeah, that was impressive. Let's see who else is on a charge at the moment. Zico's still out. He is fuel saving, but he is 12 seconds off of the guy who's already made a pit stop, and Zico hasn't pit yet. So it's not working out, this strategy, whatever he's doing. It seemed to work at the beginning, but he's going to come under a lot of pressure now from Tin, who has made a pit stop.
Yeah. It's just going to be pretty rough for Zico here on out. I think the damage was done when he was lifting off earlier on in the stint for seemingly no reason. Here comes Tin to the inside, looking to get a one up on the tier 1 driver, and he will.
Easy.
Perfectly on the inside there. Cards are starting to wear on that Lamborghini. As you can see by the snap there, he's not enjoying it.
So Zico clearly thinks he can do a pit stop less than pretty much everyone else. X90G's in for his second pit stop. At the same time that Danger Mouse has come in for his first one. So that does put BX into second. He's 7.9 behind H Racing, who's having a short second stint because he's on the softs. His tyres are 1 lap old at this point.
We'll see later on whether or not it's going to be short hard or a long hard, if it's 2 stops or 1. Well, H Racing Green, he's got both available to him, given the fact that he did 11 on his medium stint at the beginning. He'll be pitting what, out lap 16, 17 here then, H Racing Green?
Yeah.
Potentially go to the end with that. If he can go to the end with that, it would be not at all surprised, and I think it would put him in a massive driving seat in this one as well.
Yeah, because a lot of people are going to be pitting around about the same time as well, so it'll probably come out in clear air. This is an interesting one. You got a tier 3 champion who hasn't pit yet, about to get overtaken by a tier 4 champion who has pit.
Yeah. And, well, I potentially won't be racing against each other next season. Obviously, Mogaffa promoted to tier 3 minimum by default for winning his tier. Looking at the inside. Can he hang it on the inside? He's just getting a bit too close to
comfort. Dear.
Now he's under fire. Yeah, Tin's just made everything work there. Tin's just making sure that these two are fighting each other, and he just picks up the scraps. And he just
Deco's lost it.
Yeah, he dummied Deco to the inside, and there goes Mo as well. As Deco loses out on twofold on both Tin and Mo there.
Yeah, he hasn't got damage though, at least, so... Still in 5th, not the end of the world, he's only lost a second or two there. Zico still has a pit as well. His tyres are looking a little bit topsy-turvy compared to Deco's, neither of them are great.
Is the difference between the back and the front, realistically, on this track at the moment. In terms of front wear versus rear wear, and how it will play effect on the strategy.
So X90G's out. It looks like he's managed to get past if he was behind potentially Jin and Danger Mouse.
Also, X90G is the first of our 15 drivers to have gone through his mandatory 3.
Yeah, so when he comes in next time, who knows what he's going to put on. Maybe he's doing 2 medium stints. Seems like the most sensible thing, but if you can get these ones to last, you could put on softs to the end and just blast past a few people.
He did about 6 or 7 on the hard to start, I'm pretty sure, with X90G.
Yeah, very short hard stint.
Yeah. H Racing Green's halfway through his his soft stint here then.
Yeah, 55.4, the fastest lap that he's got. He's 10 seconds ahead of BX, who hasn't put on the softs yet. But he'll be doing a little bit of a longer stint in this second one. Then Tin's kind of driven away in 3rd place all of a sudden. So Tin's kind of popped up from nowhere and he's in 3rd place now.
Oh, that's contact! Somehow both of them survived that. Deco's losing momentum rapidly there. But Mo got his speed down quick enough after being hit in the back. Get around the banked corner and still be a decent size advantage ahead of Deco as well.
Yeah, Mo's still running pretty good here. A little bit lucky not to get wiped out by Deco. It must have been just a slight touch in reality. Just trying to see if there's any action going on. Everyone's kind of spreading out now. but some people will be going into the pits fairly soon.
Strategy is starting to take full effect now. We're in that lull where we'll figure out who is where in a couple of laps time when everyone's made their pit stop. Zico comes in for his first, so he's doing a 2-stop then.
Yeah, and Zico is the last person who hasn't pit. He's lapping in the 2-minute ones, so that's 6 seconds a lap slower than the fastest lap of the race, which is crazy. That's why people wanted to get off the hard tyres like X90G, I suppose, because these hards are just not quick at all.
I don't even know if it is to do with the hards or whether it's to do with the fuel saving. I'm not entirely sure what his plan is here, to be honest with you. We've been confused by his driving all day, to be honest. And it's not getting any better if you're driving that deep into the back corner, into the bottom of the hill, and I just don't understand the thinking, to be honest with you. It clearly isn't working.
Yeah, I agree. It's a very strange strategy choice, but he's committed to it now, I suppose.
He's very clearly going to do one stop less, but the problem with that is he's already dropped 26 seconds off someone who has already made the extra stop.
Yeah.
So even if you are making one stop less, in which, fair enough, that is a viable strategy option here, I think you still had to go full out constantly. You didn't really have the ability to just go and play the game, so to speak. Either that, or we are very wrong and Zico's got something very much pull an ace up his sleeve.
I don't think we're wrong.
Not sure what
I think
that's
he's
gonna
wrong.
be. I'm genuinely not sure what that could possibly be, though.
So here's two drivers from Tier 3 who didn't actually race against each other this season. Klingbeast was in white and Claus was in blue. Klingbeast actually putting quite a bit of pressure on Claus on this lap. Seems to have a bit more pace. Claus's tyres are slightly more worn, so maybe that's helping. Zico's finally in the pits after 15 laps of the race, so almost made it halfway on the hards. Klingbeast backing out of that one. Oh, very deep.
Getting so deep.
Gets away with it.
You're Willie. If Klinger can get a little bit shallower on the entrance there, he might have been able to put 2 and 2 together, but he didn't, and Claude is going to get away with it as a result of that then. So that apex got to be found. You've got to find it when you can. For certain.
So 81% put in for Zico. He's out in 13th place, a minute behind H Racing Green after his first pit stop.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. They have made one pit stop apiece. We know Zico's going one less, so you can take a good 20 seconds off, 20 or 30 seconds off the clock here.
Yeah.
But it's still a rough amount to be behind a team, a teammate, I think is how I'm going to phrase that. Given the race that we're currently in, I said it at the start, but how do you stop it? Like, how do you I don't see anyone that can stop
He just got past everyone way too quickly. Making up like 8 positions on the first lap is... Every time that happens, that guy usually ends up winning the race of champions when the tier 1 guy does it. So he's dropped down to the 57s, but that's still pretty quick. I mean, much quicker than what Zico was doing on his old hards. His gap is up to 11.2 on BX. This is probably H Racing Green's in lap.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too surprising. Given the situation here, he's been going for what, 5-6 laps now on the top tight, and comes Mo.
Mo got past Claus and completely left him. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't Mo. It was Klingbeast, who is still stuck behind Claus, trying to do everything he can to get past, not finding any way through. So this is probably impacting Kling's strategy a little bit now, because Claus's tyres are older. He's going to come into the pits earlier, and by the time he does, Klingbeast's tyres are going to be a little bit too worn to try and create a gap, and he might end up just being undercut by Claus all over again and being stuck behind. X90G catching up to them though, 3.7 behind. Yeah,
on the medium tyres, had a lot of fresh air as well, a lot of clean air to run into. So for X90G, it should just be about nailing down the lap, seeing what time he can get to. Because he's currently, matching H Racing Green's pace?
Yeah.
I think he's in the front.
Yeah, they were lapping pretty much identical on that last lap.
just going through is just trying to see how everything is going to just play out. Because, again, Eli too deep. Eli is just too deep in that corner. It's just, it's not a debatable fact at this point. He is just, if you're touching the grass, you are far too deep.
Oh yeah, and it's so dangerous to touch the grass in that corner. Most difficult corner on the circuit for sure to get right, because you can gain a second and a half on someone just because they don't know how to take that corner if you've got it nailed. And also it suits certain cars better than others, so maybe it's the McLaren. I don't think it is though. I think it's a driver thing. In comes H Racing though.
I was about to say, in that McLaren, you still get to choose the line, even with its understeer. I think it's just a personal choice, and I'm entirely willing to say it's a good one. Yeah, H Racing Green here. And so he'll come out behind BX at the very least, and probably Tin as well, as just coming to the line now. You can see that. Actually, I think Tin's followed him in, so he definitely won't be coming out behind Tin. Tin into the pit stop as well. H Racing Green.
It's a lot of fuel.
He's gonna fuel to the end.
And he is going to have traffic when he comes out as well, because it looks like Klingbeast and Claws, he's going to just about stay ahead of X90G, so that's interesting. They ended up being super close there.
And he's on the hard, he's got a full tank. I genuinely don't see anything other than H Racing Green going to the end on here. Which is brilliant news for H Racing Green, to be honest with you, because if he's 2-stopping, everyone else has to 3-stop.
Yeah, everyone around him's eventually going to pit. But he could come under a little bit of pressure here from X90G, who's on the mediums. And they've got the two tier 3 drivers to contend with, and there's contact! And he's taken the position anyway. Is he gonna? Oh no, he's lifting. He's gonna let him go past.
I was say that's definitively a push to pass. That's what will define. That will put that one down as H Racing Green. Probably a little aggrieved by that one. It cost them both a couple of seconds, realistically. And
did well not to spin it though.
Yeah, he did very well to keep the car on track, full stop.
And the side by side again, by the looks of things, X90G really having the pace advantage at this stage. Racing Green's tyres will be called.
Yeah, he's going to go to the inside, but he's going to get past him. He's got to do it now. And that's exactly what he does.
That was a good corner.
The Tier 2 champion gets in front of the Tier 1 champion for now.
Bragging rights.
Yeah, bragging rights.
Doesn't matter where you finish, you can say, well, I still overtook you though. BX in the pits now as well, so he's coming a little bit early because he's got 9% left on his medium tyres. So I don't know what he's thinking, but he might still come out in traffic. He might be stuck behind Danger Mouse.
Something tells me, however, if X90G is going to have any sort of bragging rights in this one, saying he overtook him, I think H Racing Green might get him a few times next season, just to level that out.
Yeah, absolutely. So BX has shot underfueled really here to go on to the softs. Still comes out in first place, comfortably ahead of X90G by about 3.5 seconds.
So he's got about 14 laps left for this race still to go. So what the plan?
He's going to do soft medium potentially, unless he can get 7 out of the softs, but I don't think he can.
Yeah, it might have to be a soft medium then, because it's going to be what, maybe a 5.9 then. I assume that probably does actually make some sense, but that is going to. Well, BX is going to make this count now. Then he's 4 seconds ahead of H Racing Green. They've made the same amount of stops, so BX will have another stop to make. This time where he's got fresh, clean air in front of him on the soft tyres, he has to make the most of it if he wants any chance of winning this race.
Absolutely, he's done well, BX there, and he's basically just has to create about a 20-second gap at this point, really quickly. He's got 4, so the pressure's on. Tin's done really well coming out. Claws coming out of the pits, not able to get ahead of Tin. So Claws on fresher mediums, but Tin potentially, if he can catch and pass Zico, which is still crazy to say, then it's definitely a sentence. Then he's going to be laughing. Actually, let's have a look at Zico's pace. He's lapping in the 58s, and Tin's last lap was a 57, although that might still have been an outlap. I'm not too sure.
It looked like it, yeah. It does look like
it was.
17 with the in-lap, 18 with the outlap. So we'll see what he gets properly at the end of this lap and judge it based off that. I would say it's unusual to see a tier 1 driver drive this poorly, but there usually is one of them on each of these races that have a mare. Unfortunately for Zico, it definitely is dead.
Yes. Well, he's won a couple of these anyway. H-Racer Green is falling back. He's lapping in the 58s compared to BX's 54s. That's actually... Oh no, that was an outlap. I was going to say that's actually the fastest lap, but it's not. It's an outlap.
I'd say 54 outlap there for BX. We know where the fastest lap so far, 55.4 for H-Racer Green. So we'll see where BX is in matching that. That's where we've got to keep an eye out on then.
Yeah, and H-Racer Green actually losing a bit of time now to X90G, so he's still not able to keep up. He's got the harder compound on, but yeah, X90G doing pretty well there. Captain Eli hasn't made his, I think, second stop, so he is still in fourth, but he's just all on his own, so this is working out really well for him. And now, yeah, Tin has caught up to Zico, so I think this might be the battle.
It might be if he can keep the car on the track for long
We've got
enough.
a Zico train, look.
I'm not sure if we're willing to... Oh, that's grass again. And people like that deep line, but I'm not sure why it's being that deep. I can fully understand the almost a U-shaped turn there, but you got to moderate it a little bit. That's a certain. It's allowing Tin just to get a nice little run. They're getting out the S's. Zico using the width of the track left and right. As we see the Mazda trying to force the issue now down the back straight. Can he get himself alongside, headed into the banking? Will he be able to do it? He's pulled to the inside to attempt it, and Zico hasn't fought him at all, and Tin is still there and thereabouts, not fully ahead of Zico yet. He had a slight advantage for a split second, but that advantage evaporated very quickly, and Zico in turn will hold on to the place.
Yeah, he kind of surrendered that on the exit there, going for the racing line instead of... he could have pinched Zico a little bit tight there, and then Zico would have had to lift for a corner that's usually flat out. But no, decided to stay behind Zico for now at least. Captain Eli finally in, so he'll drop out of the top 8, that's for sure.
Yeah, he will drop well out of the top 8.
And that means the top 5 is going to be all tier 1 and 2 drivers.
Well,
maybe for
now.
now.
I was about to say, for a split second, to the tier 3, just starting to rear his head. Claus trying to go on the inside of turn 1, but he's found himself on the outside of turn 2, and that will stop that overtake dead in its tracks.
Yeah, Tin nearly punished massively there for not getting the overtake on Zico done.
Yep, I don't think he's done that either. Tin is not enjoying the high curb there on the exit of turn 4. It is a problem for him so far. Trying to keep that car straight, having quite the wobble on the exit. Claude won't have that issue in the Merc.
So Eli is out in 12th, right behind Danger Mouse.
That's going to be interesting. Let's see how quickly he can get past Danger Mouse, just to try and get himself more involved in the race just a little bit. Mo is in 10th at the moment.
Yeah, Mo's made a lot of pit stops as well, so he's still in 10th after all those, and he'll be quick as well. That looks like a really good exit from Claus. He's going to try and muscle his way alongside, and he gets there. For Eli, sorry.
Until he sends it a little bit deep, and he's going to get switched back by Jackson here, potentially. Danger Mouse tried it, and that would have been sensational had Danger Mouse held it enough to get that position back, but Eli gets away with one, I think, is the best way of turning that.
He nearly lost the position again just by going too deep there, but Danger Mouse is going to try and get him on the inside here, and he doesn't have the confidence on the brakes, and Eli might be able to drive away now, and Ad might try and get past Danger Mouse as well.
It was seemingly unnecessary, the amount that Danger Mouse braked into that corner there, because like he you can tell. He didn't even make the turning for the corner before he was basically at a crawl. Should have just gone for it. Realistically, that's the kind of time where if Eli's going to open up the door that much for you, you've just got to put it on the inside. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then
Now, we
you
don't
can
want to
say,
encourage
right,
the Tier 4 drivers to be less careful, considering the amount of reports that they had this season.
There's a difference between being careful and being able to pick your spot, and that's where Tier 4 has been a little bit lacking this season.
Here comes Ads on the inside now.
It's just that conviction, and I was saying it a few times when I was doing the commentary yesterday. I've still got one more to do, but even just watching yesterday's triplet of races, you can see,
here he comes.
Oh, that might be a great exit.
Oh, see,
again, look, a lack of conviction. You see my point right in front of you.
Ads backed out of it.
Make it.
This one he can't back out of, surely. Danger Mouse is pinching him.
You've got to go for this. Again, surely. And he does.
And Danger Mouse could have taken a lot more speed and a wider route round that corner.
Yeah.
But it is very nice, clean driving, you gotta say.
It's still a lack of conviction.
It's just,
though. You can see it.
Yeah. And it's causing both of them a lot of time as well. But Ads should be able to drive away now.
Yeah, and you can see the difference. Talking about him, H-Racing Green was about to be my point.
I was going to say he was going to try and have a move on X90G, but X90G's in the pits, so that's going to release H-Racing Green if he was getting held up, which he might have been on that final lap. 13 seconds now to BX. BX is probably on his in lap. Last lap was a 57.2 compared to a 58.4, so still quicker.
And also X90G was what? 0.8 of a second in front, so we'll get an idea of how long you lose in a pit stop here when we see X90G get out.
Yeah.
He is behind Claus and Zico now.
So he's fueled to the end. Got a lot of traffic. He's got Zico, Claus and Tin very close in front of him.
Yeah, 42. What's the difference between that and H-Racing Green gap to BX? 42
13.
13, so it's a 29 second, 30 second pit stop.
Yeah.
In that regard, 30 second pit stop, so good luck, BX. You still need to double your lead.
Yes. Although, Warn Hards on H-Racing Green at the end are not going to be fun. Maybe he's going to be in the 201s towards the end.
I don't know about that. I still don't know if that's going to be worth 13 seconds. Given the look at BX's tyres now, that's just going to come down just a little bit, back under the 13 second mark by the end of this lap. And then BX has got to try and open up that entire gap again on mediums, which is, I mean, he'll have more of an advantage on the hards, on the mediums compared to H-Racing Green on the hards.
Yeah,
I just can't definitively say it's that much of an advantage.
I don't know. I'm not sure if staying out as long as BX has is a good idea. Because these cars, when their tyres are that worn, they just completely fall off a cliff. And he was like, what, 2.5 seconds down on that in lap before he came in, basically.
Yeah. H-Racing Green did a 58 on the last lap for reference.
It should be similar, yep.
A 58.5. So he's doing a very consistent pace right now. I don't even know if BX is going to get out ahead of Claus here.
He might join this battle, yeah.
For BX purposes in this race, he needs to be out ahead of Claus.
It depends how much fuel he needs to put in.
He's screwed.
Oh no, he's way ahead.
Yeah, he's way out. Yeah.
Never mind.
16 seconds then the gap.
Well, let's stick with this.
29 seconds. 29 second pit stop. Oh, what the hell is going on in the background?
It's just a little bit wide there for Deco.
Little bit deep there.
Klingbeast's just been stuck behind people all race long.
Yeah, he's just been unfortunate in that scenario. Realistically, every single time he's got an opportunity to make something work, he's just found himself stuck by a car that's like a 1/10 of a second quicker at most. And it's just hampering every chance he's got so far. Also, I think Zico just got overtaken in front.
No, I think he was looking for a move and then pulled back in. He's still in 6th.
He was ahead of X90G.
Oh yeah, he's been overtaken by X90G. As Klingbeast overtakes Deco, but let's watch that replay. X90G on an absolute charge here. Zico trying to go defensive and just gets overtaken on the straight. Did he back out of it?
He backs out again. He slowed down. You can tell he was very much.
What is going on?
Just so.
X90G's now got past Tin already, so let's see that.
That's a potential.
Fresh tyre perks. Yeah, round the outside
all
again.
The way round. you know when we were talking about conviction earlier on when it comes to the Tier 4 drivers?
Yeah, that's the conviction you need.
I'm about to say, get that clip, that 15-second clip, and put it in Conviction 101 and just stare at it constantly until you learn it. That right there.
Yeah.
Is exactly what we're talking about.
So now we've got BX on the mediums, very fresh mediums, compared to H Racing on pretty worn hards, 14 seconds, 7 laps, 8 laps really. He has to be almost 2 seconds a lap quicker for the rest of the race.
That ain't happening. That ain't happening.
Tell you what might happen.
Even have to this might. Here comes X90G on Claus. And it looks like Claus is hanging on. What's Claus' tyre situation looking like?
Quite bad.
I don't know.
Claus might have to come in for the softs,
yeah,
I'm not sure.
I'm not entirely sure or not Claus is still...
oh, here he comes.
Stops! Look at that! Oh, but he got it wrong just a little bit.
No, he managed to, yeah, he managed to still get a good run on the exit with a really weird line.
I was about to say, he got away with the fact that Claude went so wide to just let him exist.
Yeah.
In the corner prior, because X90G did not execute that corner well by any means.
I'm getting a deja vu from this season because X90G was a terrible qualifier. He qualified in like P16 like 3 times this season. But in the races, he just got past people as quickly as what you're seeing here. And it's not fun when you like to think of yourself as good at, you know, placing your car defensively, and he can still just go around the outside easy, like you're nothing. I don't know if it's the Lambo or what, but yeah, he knows how to race side by side for sure.
We're going to find out whether or not it's a Lambo, because he can't use it for the next 2 seasons.
He's banned.
So the answer to your question is going to be found out in about 3 or 4 weeks' time.
So a little bit further down, we've got Mo on the hards, having made 2 pit stops, so he'll be going to the end probably on these. But he's down in 10th. A little bit surprised after how well he started. Maybe it's the extra pit stop.
It was never going to last. It was always just a nice while you have it moment for Mo. Definitely showed through that first couple of stints that he can hang. That's a certain.
Yes. Schalke is the first person to be lapped, by the way. A little bit cut off at the end, but he's on mediums to the end now, so H Racing Green is lapped. Zico's in the pits.
Okay.
Let's see where he comes out, because there is a big gap between him and Captain Eli, who's just coming around the final corner. Well, it was 21 seconds.
That we know for a fact that's not enough. Or is it?
It is, because he didn't put in any fuel.
Is it? It's gonna be close. See, just out ahead. You can see Eli popping the shot.
Now, can he catch Deco in the next 16? Who's 16 seconds ahead in the next 5, 6, 7 laps?
I was about to say he's gonna get lucky there, Deco. That the first 2 corners are nothing to do with straight lines.
Yes.
Otherwise, I think he may have been caught by Eli. But either way, that allowed him to drive away. Got clean there to potentially put some lap times down, and I think save base from this race, but it hasn't been normal Zico by any stretch of the imagination in this one.
No, definitely not. At the front, the gap is down to about 10 now, and it will continue coming down. So a 58.4 compared to a 56.2, so that is 2.2 seconds. That is on target if BX could just keep this up to over 2 seconds a lap quicker for
Pressure.
Yeah, with the fresher mediums.
But you can see those mediums are already Q1 already, so
yeah, but H Racing's at 50% now, and that's when you start to see the big impact on your tyre performance.
Yeah, BX is going to get about 2 laps here worth of pushing where it will actually matter. And then that's the problem. BX might catch up and the tyres will have equalised a little bit. Yeah, and that's going to be the issue, because he is going a little bit slower lap by lap, and he is staying that 2 seconds a lap quicker at the moment. But how long can you hold that ball realistically? Around this track, I doubt that answer is very long. Because you're not going to see H Racing Green drop lower than maybe 59 low at worst in this race for the rest of the time. So that still requires BX to basically match that the entire
he has
match
to.
that plus 2 seconds the entire way. Which, yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that, to be honest with you. If he does it, then fair play. That 30-second advantage that H Racing Green built up early may just have been too much.
Yep, Deco's come out of the pits down in 10th with very fresh soft, so he could potentially catch Mo here. He's only 6 seconds behind. I think he'll want to beat the Tier 4 champion, that's for sure.
I don't think you want to be losing to the lower tier, that's a certain. Because that's something you may not live down, especially.
You need to be beating the other Tier 3, not losing to the Tier 4s.
Yeah.
But he's not doing either.
Given the fact that actually, you're in Tier 2 next season, regardless of how this race goes.
Yes.
It is crucial to keep that momentum going from where you won or where you came second, potentially, depending on how your season went. You keep that momentum going into next season. This race going badly can be a massive detriment to that.
Yeah. Just a quick recap of our champions then. Our Tier 5 champion is in 15th place, Schalke. Then we've got Jin, Tier 4 Blue, who's in 12th. Deco, our Tier 3 Blue, so the blue side of things is not going too well because he's in 10th. Then we've got 4 White champion Mo in 9th. Then we've got big gap up to Claus, who's just come into the pits, our Tier 3 Blue champion. Then our Tier 2 champion Natty is 3rd, and our Tier 1 champion H Racing Green has a 7.6 second lead now. Continues to come down.
It does continue to come down. The only issue for BX is that so is that lap count.
Yeah. So lots of people just come into the pits there. Claus, Tin, and Klingbeast from 4th, 5th, and 6th. So Zico's getting past them.
Zico.
Tin's getting past them. Then you got Klingbeast coming out in 6th, ahead of Claus, who had to put in a bit more fuel. And then Mo is going to slot into 8th place, a fair bit behind on his old hard tyres. And Deco gets past Captain Eli, who's going to drop down to 10th. Or is he going to be ahead of Jin? He is ahead of Jin, but he's behind Danger Mouse, so he's down in 11th on his softs.
I would like to also point out the difference between the hard and the softs being...
massive.
Well,
Danger Mouse is on the hard here, so let's see how long it takes Eli to get this. By this corner for sure.
One corner.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Somebody have some... Oh, please,
next one for sure.
Go for it! Go for it! Please! Yeah, come on.
Around the outside? Cut back?
Yeah, he's going to switch back.
Well, yeah, that's an
back.
easy switch back. Yeah.
There you go.
Right, let's see who else has come out on the soft. So we got Deco out on fresh soft. He's going to get a penalty there. And Mo is still out on the hards, but Deco's going to easily get this position.
This was my point because it was 6 seconds a lap and a half ago.
I thought there was going to accidentally bump draft.
There goes Deco past Mo there. That took a lap and a half for 6 seconds worth of time. For reference.
Everyone's on the softs apart from X90G. Zico's softs are very, very warm, but like Tin's are super fresh. I think he might be able to catch Zico here before the end.
Yeah, he might. He definitely will give it a shot, that's a certain. I think Zico's saved face with the strategy a little bit.
Yeah.
Because if he gets beat by just the tier 2s, then I think he could take that. Especially when you know one of them is in your tier for certain next season. So it's effectively 4 tier 1s. I think he could have been a lot worse given Zico's race today. And I think Tin just trying to get himself involved as well. It's 5 seconds now between BX and H.
BX is still in the 56s. He's only just about got to half one on the fronts. And H Racing Green's maybe got 30% left on a few of his tyres now. And you can see him, BX, coming into screen. Oh, a little bit of the dust kicked up there, but that's not going to cause too much. So he's gaining like a couple of tenths every single corner.
Yeah, and I wonder how much
it's not over.
The tyres are going to kick out of this now. Because he has hit the 50%, he's 1.3 seconds down on his best time. So he's currently on the 56.5 region. He's got a sector to go. is it going to be his first 57? Because as soon as you start ticking into the 57s, you'll find it hard to do anything from there. It's going to be interesting, because he also has to overtake, remember. He's not necessarily
has to get the
just
move
catching
done.
up, you have to get the move done as well. You're going to have the tyres to get the move done.
3 laps, 4.1 seconds, still in the 56s, and H Racing Green's in the 58s. So still around about the 2 second quicker mark.
It's 1.7 there. 58.6 to a 56.9. You can see that gap is just starting to come back between the tyres now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's gone from 2 seconds, it's now 1.7. Yes, that is still a heftier chunk of time to take out. But it is
still coming down.
Keep him through.
Yeah.
That gap is just going to get shorter and shorter each lap, and there's 7 times.
Oh, Zico's pit again! We thought he'd have to with the wear on his tyres.
Well, that's a problem for Zico.
He didn't plan out his tyre strategy, clearly, because you don't pit with 3 laps to go. Unless he just wants to get the fastest lap.
Unless he's just given up on his race entirely, it'll give X90G a podium here.
Absolutely,
Also,
and it promotes Klingbeast up into 5th place, which is fantastic.
Yeah, say that.
Ahead of Claus on merit. Remember, Claus looked like he was holding him up a little bit on the previous stint. Now Klingbeast has managed to get himself ahead of Claus.
All I'm going to say is, don't let Logan see this. You've had the conversations all season about the 2 tiers. Zico's got a half-second penalty. He's out there with Mo as well, and Eli is caught right up. That's going to be an interesting run between the 3 of them towards
Mo's
the end
tyres
of the
are
lap,
completely shot. So Eli's going to get this super easy.
I don't even think Mo's hitting the end. That's probably very indicative of my statement there.
Yes.
Far too wide, and that's about as easy an overtake as Eli's going to get.
Yeah, up to P9 now for Eli, and 8.7 seconds between Mo and Danger Mouse, so remember that for the end of the race, because those are very, very worn, hard tyres now.
I don't even know if he's going to make it to the end on those tyres.
He's lapping in the 2 minutes. So again, about 4 seconds a lap slower than what BX is doing.
Out in front of him between, I think that was Zico and Eli almost making a move there.
Oh yeah, Eli's pretty close behind Zico. He's actually caught up to him. Is Zico up to his shenanigans again?
No, Zico had a half-second penalty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I spotted into the back corner. They look very much on the back of each other. I don't really know if they're going to be
Zico surely should be driving away from him. Yeah, Eli's going a bit wide as well. So the gap at the front with 2 laps to go is 2.3. Zico in the 57s for the first time. So only managed to cut about a second out of H Racing Green there.
It's exactly what I was saying, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he's going to catch up. He's going to have the tyres left, and he isn't. He just flat out is not going to have it. He only gained a second on the last lap. He needs to have that twice more, and given the fact that his tyres are now the same, if not worse, than H Racing Green, given with a lap or so to go and he's kicking up gravel, good luck with that. Good luck with that. I think you've run out of steam just a little bit.
We'll have to see. It's still 1.8. Any little mistake by H Racing Green just brings BX completely into this now.
Yeah, go and have a look at H Racing Green's tyre very quickly.
They're not great. A little bit better than Mo's, but they will get him to the end.
I was about to say, BX's is slightly better, but you got to remember he's on the softer compound, so they'll still wear, and by the end of this race, they're going to be flat even. I just don't really think there's enough in this, to be honest with you, to catch and overtake.
1.3 with 1 lap left. He's in the 59s. BX is still in the 57s. So that was almost 2 seconds. It was 1.7 again, which is... So BX will be definitely right on the back of H Racing Green by the end of this one.
Yeah, he is. I'm not sure that 1.7 is going to be enough for the overtake and the catch. That's going to be close enough. H Racing Green, as long as he drives a solid lap here, should be fine.
Still just over a second. Really, BX needs to nail the S's and get a run on him.
Here as well is going to be massive. Who gets a better run? So it's BX by quite some margin. It's down under a second now, but is it enough? Realistically, there's the first couple attempts off. This is the next part that BX has to get absolutely spot on. It looks like he has, but the real question is how much has that taken out of the lead? The answer, only 2 tenths. That's going to be close. Is the Subaru going to have enough in this final, well, in the final couple of sectors? He's a lot closer now, and H Racing Green will be staring through his mirrors. There's still enough H Racing Green to not be tested into the banking. But maybe out of the banking again, a little bit of gravel kicked up from BX. I don't know, with the tyres as they are, that's the smartest idea. He is a lot closer now. It's going to be a very, very tight run to the line. We've got 2 or 3 corners left. H Racing Green, you've got to defend this. He does go to the inside, and that might have been the biggest opportunity gone to the wayside here for BX.
It's going to have the last corner.
An excellent corner here. It's got to be an excellent exit. I don't think it is. It's got to be to the line. H Racing Green still has the advantage. Just close the door, and that is exactly what he will do. And it'll be too little too late for BX. As H Racing Green is going to win the Race of Champions and
by 1/10 of a second.
And he needed all of that 16-second gap that he got to hold on at the end.
That was really good. I didn't think BX could close them in, and maybe if BX hadn't, as we see X90G taking a fantastic third here, if BX had got past the crowd a little bit easier, just like H Racing Green had, he maybe could have won that one, but all credit to H Racing Green for getting through the pack super easy there. As we got our second tier 2 driver, Tin, going to take a really good P4 in the Mazda at Largo Maggiore, but 19 seconds back from X90G, but really solid result for him. Oh, someone's in the wall! That's Cling Beast on the last corner!
Oh, the last
what happened?
corner! The last corner, I think he may have punctured that front.
He's in 5th, he's going to lose it.
I think he may have punctured the front a little bit. That front has
oh
just
dear.
It's just not turned.
Oh no!
Oh, he just got caught. Engine damage in the lot.
So that is P6. He's only lost 1 place amazingly from that. Zico in 7th in the end for the tier 1 driver. Deco in 8th. Eli in 9th. Mo is just about. He did lose more than 8 seconds because it's now Jin behind him in 10th, and Jin takes 11th. Danger Mouse is 12th. Ads is going to be 13th with our tier 5 drivers Schalke and Quackhouse in 14th and 15th in the end. So yeah, it was pretty much as you would have expected with the finishing positions.
Yeah, minus Zico, who we're gonna have
apart
to
from
get
Zico, yeah. Zico is the big anomaly there, but look, we got 5 5 4 4 4 4 3 3 1 3 3 2 2 1 1. So yeah, it's literally only Zico out of position.
Jesus.
That's never happened before.
Rare. I thought I'd say it's very rare that we see a Race of Champions race go to form. That's a new one.
That is really unusual. Although it does point to how good we were at placing the tiers, I suppose, this season. Apart from Zico, well, that's a huge anomaly because he won back-to-back races at Trial Mountain just last week.
He also is a 2-time champion before this season, so back-to-back 2-time champion before this season as well. So I think he's just, I think he's just playing around. That's my opinion.
Absolutely. So yeah, huge congratulations to H Racing Green, Tier 1 champion. Did they win the constructors as well? I think they did. And he's won Race of Champions as well. And now we've got Champions Cup coming up.
Yep, off-season event time. Let's see who can really, who put their team together the best.
Yeah, let's see about that.
Ross is laughing there because he already knows his team is screwed.
Well, actually, we had some good news today. We're going to have a full lineup for the first 3 rounds and maybe just 2 for the last one. So
you're going to have to survive. You're going to have to make everything through the first 3 just to make sure the 4th doesn't matter.
Exactly. I'll carry us on in the 4th round. It's fine. And then we'll make it through straight away to the semis. Anyway, so if you're interested in getting involved in the Champions Cup, there are 4 group stage events that start on Thursday, and we do have reserve slots available, I think. So yeah, reach out to Pyro or Iggy if you're interested in that.
Yep, pretty much. Until then.
Yeah, also sign up if you haven't already. sign-ups close tomorrow for season 20. So yeah, get a move on if you haven't done that. But yeah, apart from that, thanks for joining us. Was the final race of season 19.
And we'll see you for the second decade worth of seasons in ALR. Season 20. That's the worst way I put that.
Absolutely
That's the
terrible.
worst way